Um, looks like Terry has to go. So it's just us, Nathan.
All right.
We'll be
thanks for today.
We'll handle it. Thank you, Terry, for your insight, and it's always nice talking with you.
Yeah, see you around. Bye.
Have a good one, Terry.
Yep. All right, our next matchup here, we're on game point for the rest of these. we put all our hopes into Kyle Jones running my Dorinthea deck. So there's that. Against Alan Lau, one of the strongest players in Hong Kong. 2-time RTN champion is in Hong Kong there were only 3 RTNs and he won 2 of them.
Wow.
So yeah, he's a ridiculously strong player with a top 8 finish. And yeah, Kyle is we call him the Silver Surfer. So he always gets second to Seb in a lot of events. So he's a silver collector. Hopefully he can collect some copper this game as Dory. Get a few hits in. Looks like both players have loaded everything.
Good to go in?
Yep. Yeah, looks like we're good to go. All right, let's get into this match here. We got Alan on Chane.
All right, straight off the gate. I don't see a husk.
I don't see a husk either. What's going happening? Okay, right. That is I don't know. I actually don't know what's going on. Like, yeah, there's definitely got to be a reason.
Because I was under the impression that that's the whole reason you play Chane and Blitz is that right. you have just the free tempo card that's on your equipment.
Yep, I guess maybe he's. I guess he has a. I don't know. We'll find out.
There we go.
We'll find out. All right, and so Kyle playing Dory here, hit and run into Dawnblade for 3. As you can see, Kyle also part of my use the dice school of thought. So,
pitch to red overpower. I do think that was interesting. Giving a little bit of information there.
That
block with the E strike and
that actually makes me think that. Okay.
Good play.
Okay,
yep,
there we go.
Sense.
Okay,
yep. Great play.
That makes sense.
Great play.
I was gonna say normally you would just hold the overpower for
right.
Just I mean, if you could sneak in 4-6 damage there, like it's definitely worth it. All right, Kyle's gonna Arsenal after setting up an E-pot. Good turn 1, I would say. That is a pretty good turn 1. I would argue though, depending on his hand, you might have just E-pot passed. Actually, might have also been.
Yeah, to guarantee that you have the blue from the hit and run, and yeah, that actually makes sense. And it denies the mulligan on the Chane side, which mulligan on Chane turn 1 is huge. I mean,
and
we always
someone in the chat says that we need a life total for Chane. Here you go.
Thanks for that.
Thank you for that. We appreciate you.
Soul Reaping on first playable turn. That seems
pretty good.
Seems good. Did you see what he banished? Did not.
He.
Is it that yellow bounding? Because he blocked with 1. I don't know. Maybe he had 2. I don't know.
I don't know.
No, there's only 2 cards in his graveyard.
Yeah, there's only 2 cards. There's 1 there.
He's got to banish something.
Yeah, maybe there's a visual bug here. I don't know. I don't see anything in the graveyard or the Excel zone either. Huh.
Well, he has 2 cards in hand. He played Soul Reaping, so he clearly had to get rid of 1.
Is there a card underneath here? Top of the screen.
Oh, no, that's sideboard cards at the top.
Oh, right here. Bounty Name Gun. Right here.
Oh, it's up there by the skull cap.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Right. Every region has their own way of doing things, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. There we go.
All right.
Red bounding. He's putting it there. Okay, that makes sense to put it there, actually.
All right. So, red bounding. We already have a creeper activation. 1. Okay. So, Plunder Run is live in Blitz, but we have a Nimblism this time. Probably going to go into the bounding, which is strong. That's another 7 damage there.
Yep.
And then free Arsenal or swing Rosetta. Well, we wouldn't have go again, so probably just close it here and then Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. This Chane build might be like. Well, so far we haven't seen anything too different.
Yeah, actually, he does have an extra action point because he soul shackled into the soul reaping, which gave it go again, and then used the creepers on the nimblism to gain an action point. So we'll see a Rosetta Thorn at the end of this.
Yep. Huh. Yep. So
6 plus 7, that's 13 plus 4, that's 17 on his first playable turn. Seems pretty decent. If you ask me.
Pretty pretty good turn here, and it. I mean, Kyle does have a skull cap that could be used to block the Rosetta Thorn, so Alan would actually lose his Spellbound Creepers here, so that might actually just be a turn just to block out if possible.
Yeah, and he does have the Energy Potion as backup in the event that he doesn't have another blue. So that's at least a decent spot to be in that situation. Could be a lot worse, but where it currently stands, Aether Ironweave might have been the right choice. The way he's just has tempo.
I think because you start so close to 13, the Carrion Husk actually could hurt you 2 or 3 over the course of the game.
Right.
Whereas the Aether Ironweave could be the difference between let's see, it gives you 2 energy, which 2 energy in this game could be 4, 6, 8 damage more. So I guess maybe Alan is just gonna
good play.
Playing
so
more aggro. Mm-hmm.
He made the Rune Chant, and he's going to swing the Rosetta Thorn, which is 2 separate instances, which means that even if Kyle had another blue, he would still get at least 1 arcane damage in to hang on to those creepers. So that's about as perfect of a first play as you could dream of.
So this was an insanely strong turn 1. Yeah, that's. I mean, this is off 1 soul shackle. That's very impressive.
No, not even. He shackled his.
Sorry,
first time.
0 soul shackle.
Yeah.
This is from a 4-card hand.
That's a 4-card hand right there. That's what that is.
Chane is powerful.
Yeah. Hashtag Rune Blades. Take what?
Blades. Kyle giving up a lot of armor here. Now there was no on-hit effects for these things, so right. I'm kind of wondering why he's giving up his armor so quickly. A lot of times people, when they're getting hit so hard, they just like, all right, I gotta stop the bleeding. I just gotta block a little bit here. But,
right.
I mean, being on 9 or he could have been on 7 with no counters on his armor.
Right.
But that's always a very uncomfortable position to be down 20-7, right? So
right.
So that requires a very, very disciplined it takes a lot of mental fortitude to be down that much. Looks like we have a Courage of blade hold activation. Looks like we're not messing around here.
We don't need blues. Who needs blues? When you got courage. There you go.
Yeah, I mean he has an E-Pot as his 5th card here, and we have Spoils of War. This is a very, very threatening card here because if he has, he's pitching out for blood. Okay, so that heavily restricts what could be in his hand.
Right. I think, I mean, obviously we don't know the other 2 cards, but maybe using that energy potion here just for the sole purpose of not presenting
the out for blood, yep. Exactly.
The information of not having a blue is, because that's just the whole advantage of playing Dorinthea is making the opponent not know what you can and can't do. Well, you just spilled half of it.
Did he block with a blue Warrior's Valor last turn?
He did. He did. That is correct.
That seems...
Yeah, so that could have been...
par.
Yeah, I would have just taken 3 more and went to 8, and then...
Yep. So, generally, I'm not going to pop Courage unless I have a Supremacy with it. So, or I really am constrained on resources. So popping it on a Spoils of War turn is a little bit odd.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Alan's going to let that hit. He's going to get 2 copper. So it looks like Alan is playing around Twinning Blade, Singing Steel Blade. So I guess he's just going to let the second one hit as well, because he's like, well, you're just going to be able to hit me twice. Who cares? Move on with life.
I think he's just the fact that he already has a life lead, has a good hand, all his armor, and his opponent doesn't have any armor. I think he's not worried about it. I think he's just going to put the pressure on.
Yep, block 3 here.
But the main question is, would he have decided to pick the same line of play if that Out for Blood was a blue card? And I don't think he would have, because it's just so much more threatening. And here we had Kyle end with a whole card in hand.
Yep. That's almost certainly a reprise card there.
Right.
Generally, you need to wear down their armor before you break your Courage Blade hold. Not always possible, but yeah. All right. We got Shadow Puppetry into Bounding Demigod.
Yep.
Pretty good.
It's not from Banish Zone, so it's just coming in for 3. So this should be a super easy, clean block. No matter what is in Dorinthea's hand, you just throw 1 card in front of this.
Yep.
But his number 1 priority is not taking arcane damage from this Rosetta Thorn, because you can't look at it as I'm using a card to, get rid of the creepers, but you're also effectively dealing 1 damage because they can still block with the creepers. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that a lot of people just don't add the value in is, if you just know you're not going to get the creepers next turn, you just block it.
He's blocking with all his armor here. So he's completely out of armor here.
Wow. Okay.
1, 2, 2.
So this... Yep. Not going to be able to... He's going to keep the creepers because you can't afford to give 2 blues. He's probably going to take all of this, to be honest. I'm going to take the full 5.
Yep. So if Kyle has a godlike hand, this actually could be decent here.
Well, the one issue is last turn Kyle basically laid his hand on the table and said, "Look, I have either an Iron Song response or a Singing Steel Blade." Right, and so
the only way to get him to block here is with a Supremacy. So
right at 15 health, I don't think that you ever think about throwing a card down. Unless, like you said, the Steel Blade Supremacy, I think, is the only way.
I think even with Steel Blade Supremacy, you may not go for it.
So there we have
Wait. What? The Steel Blade Supremacy was his left card, so that was actually the card that he left over from last turn. Huh.
All right, so we have a Dawn Blade for 8. Currently does not have Go Again, but we have to keep in mind that there are the bolters that he has access to, but he has to hit. So now, would that So now we don't know what the Arsenal card is. So we know that the Arsenal card is either a Sing Steel Blade or a Iron Song Response. Mm-hmm. So I think this is a situation where you either don't block or you throw all of it. Do you agree?
Supremacy turns are typically like that. Yeah, this is like a full blocker. You don't block it.
Right.
I think as Chane, you could just full block this and move on with your life.
Exactly, and then get the shackles and maybe...
Yep. You're only a soul check of 1. This is actually going to be Chane's 3rd turn soon, and he didn't shackle last turn. Huh.
He did not.
Yeah,
he's slow walking. Right.
Yeah, his shadow puppetry. Into that's interesting. Huh. Interesting.
Well, you have to look at the way that Chane is played now, and, you know, the new Chane builds only run about, a 30% blood debt? So, you know, they're not really relying on those cards coming off the shackles anymore. That's just not the way that... It's just a bonus, basically, is all it is.
Kyle should order his triggers to draw first, and then blow the bolters.
All right.
I've said those words 1,000 times, I think. Right. 2 triggers, Supremacy draw, bolters.
All right, so now
things are tricky because 7 life you can be killed here, especially considering Dawnblade's coming in for at least 5. And he has an E-pop. That actually makes things very complicated here.
So do you think the plan was to block the second swing to deny the value of the glint on the first swing and actually forcing him to blow bolters, do you think?
No, I think the value... I think Alan is just thinking about how... I think Alan just wants more information on what's in his hand.
Right. Well, right now, all we know about is the Arsenal. Either Iron Song Response or Sing Steel Blade. One of the two.
So he drew the Determination. Oh, that's a good.
That's actually really good. That's actually really good here.
For 6 here with Dominate.
For 6. So that's 1 card block for 3. He has access to 3 armor, so that's a full block of 6.
Does he have 3 armor?
Yeah, he has the Creepers.
The Creepers only block for... No, the Creepers have already blocked.
No, they haven't. That's the spell...
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay.
It breaks once you block. So he has 3 block on the armor, which he's using right now, and he'll throw 1 3 block, I guess, in front of it. Right?
Wow, he doesn't... Okay, no, he's just taking... Okay, he doesn't want to give reprise.
Better have it. Oh, he didn't have it. Okay.
His head is super telegraphed now.
Right. Okay. So basically...
hopefully he drew a sigil here.
Yeah, it's a tough spot.
Looks like he didn't.
Oh, that's a good card.
And now Chane is going to be attacking into Dory here. This is going to be kind of tough. Without Courage and without bolters. Uh-oh. Blue Plunder Run from Arsenal. Time to block, boys.
Yeah, it's legal in Blitz, that's for sure.
Yep, Plunder Run's still legal in Blitz. Newsflash.
And the problem here is the counter doesn't even matter because, you know, with him knowing that he had the Plunder Run in Arsenal, he knows he's going to get the blocks. So Dorinthea's not going to be able to do anything the next turn at her life total to actually keep that counter.
Is there a... Okay, so you see here, one of the reasons he might not be running Husk is that he can go down to like 3-2-1 life and not have to worry about dying to blood debt. So in some way, if you don't have to rely on the crutch, which is Carrion Husk, you can actually make flashier plays with your Aether Ironweave Spellbound Creepers.
Okay, so we gain 2 resources off the Aether Ironweave into a Shackle. probably looking at like Ghostly Visits or something like that. Just something with a break point to really take advantage of that plunder run. Why not play another plunder run, right? Seems good.
Time to block a lot here.
Yep, and we got the Rift Bond, so it has go again, and we have what?
2 non-attacks played.
So that's going to 5. Yep.
So this is a double block here.
Yep, all day. And then the question is, can Chane present another attack
for 4?
For 4 that has go again. Because if it doesn't have go again, then the cards just don't matter. That's a great card.
Yep. That is a good card.
That's generate 4 rune chance. However, he has to use them by the end of the turn.
Yep. And so this is a new card from Everfest.
Okay. So
Rebel
basically,
and Runeblade. Yep.
So here, if he just... So this is game. Because that's 4 rune chance, and then he's just going to pitch to swing Rosetta, and that's 6 arcane and 2 physical. So that's just game. It's exactly legal.
Yeah, you're right. GG.
Yep.
Aether Ironweave coming in clutch here. Unless he has a D-React.
It doesn't. I don't think it...
No, he's still dead here.
Yeah.
Well... Revel in Runeblade. Revel the Runeblade is what I'm going to call it.
That's it.
Revel in Runeblood, showing off some power here. Wow.
Super strong.
2 arcane, 2 physical, 4 arcane. So actually the Revel in Runeblood, does it cost... Okay, it costs 0. So
it's free, yep.
Huh.
So he actually didn't even need to pitch for Rosetta because he had 2 from the Aether Ironweave, and the only cards that he's played is Riftbind and Rosetta that cost any pitch. So,
and yep, looks like that's game. Nourishing in Arsenal, not going to be enough. And with that, well, Team Hong Kong is up 4-0. They have officially won the match, but we will be playing all of the matches. So there is more to come here. All right, I'm going to drag them into our commentary booth to chit chat. Hello, welcome, Alan and Kyle. Thanks for the game. That was a very interesting game. I have many questions for both of you. Starting with Alan, can you describe a little bit about your choice of equipment? I know a lot of Chane players are very reliant on Carrion Husk, and looks like you chose for the more offensive Aether Ironweave. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, the reason I choose the Carrion Husk over the I choose this command chest over the Husk is because if I use Carrion Husk and every time the Dorinthea attack, if I miscalculate or I guess the wrong attack reaction, then my Husk will easily go into the banish zone without blocking any damage. If I blocking it earlier, then it will deal. Then the Dorinthea can play more defensive because the Carrion Husk can deal damage to me. So they may just do some sneaky damage.
That is something that makes so much sense when you say it, but I think a lot of people cling to the safety that Carrion Husks. They just feel so safe and warm and and protected when they have their Carrion Husk. But I think you very clearly explained why and showed us in game why that's a good choice there. Can you talk a little bit about the new Everfest cards that you were running?
Yeah, I've played. Actually, I also played some other new Everfest card, which I can't show it this match.
Oh, well, that Revel in Runeblood was great.
Yep, the Revel in Runeblood to end the game was nice. Swarming Gloomveil as well. Yep.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
So the first card I run in the new set is Revel in Runeblood.
Yep.
In Chane, it is a 0 cost red scalding ring.
Red scalding ring. I like that analogy.
I love it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and because they don't, some heroes they don't play Arcane Barrier against Chane, so it's very good, and it has
it's a good
close,
finisher. Yep.
Yeah, and it has very close connection with
good synergy with Spellbound Creepers. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, this card actually reminds me if the Seed of Agony is still here, then I will entertain my Spellbound Creeper.
Yep. So Kyle, why don't you talk to us a little bit about what you thought about that match, Kyle?
Well, he blocked very well at the beginning of the game. I tried to come in. I be honest with you, I did forget to do the Brave Forge Bracers on that turn to force him to block with a second card, or at least try to bait him into it because I had the Nourishing then. And so I tried to get the armor out of the way so I could possibly sneak one in, but I tried to play it patient and it just didn't work out in my favor. I wasn't expecting the Revel there, so that was a very nice play.
I thought with I thought you could survive that turn, but Revel in Runeblood was a really good play there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for
one more thing. I think in that match, I blocked with a blue card early, and I felt like same thing. If I was able to give go again and bait some of the armor, then I was going to be able to just gain a lot of momentum off of the Nourishing. And so I was like, it's fine to block with the blue if that's my angle of going for that turn. So just to clarify that, because I know it was kind of weird to block that way.
Yep. Okay. Well, with that, the Hong Kong team has taken the match, but we're still going to play out all of the matches. So we still have 3 more matches to go. Alan, do you have anything else to say? If not, I will move you guys back to the hangout lobby.
Yeah, that's all. Thanks for the game.
Okay.
Yeah, GG's. That was fun.
GG. Thank you, Alan, and thank you, Kyle. Moving you guys back.